Yeah, we just got their news that Willie Mays passed away. He's been sick for a very long time. Uh, I'm opening up this room to anybody who wants to hop aboard, share their feelings, thoughts, whatever the case may be. So, uh, devastating news. I don't know what to say. My father's hero. Hi,
Hi,
Neil.
Gary.
How are you?
Hey, Gary.
Sorry about everything. Just, I don't know if people want to share what's on their minds and stuff. So,
Well, it's a sad day, not unexpected, um, but I think it's a testament that we all feel so personal about it. He really made us feel like he was a personal friend, and all the stories that the people told about their parents and grandparents. He made a tremendous impact on us as well as the country.
I can't agree with you. I mean, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, my father's hero. I learned to love him because of my father, and
Absolutely. You know, oh, first of all, I really enjoyed the piece you wrote. I presume for Father's Day. But
yes,
uh, uh, with my dad, it sounds like we had very similar dads. We grew up in a loving situation. Um, but over the years, we've had political discussions with my dad, who was not a big political activist at all. But we it was a revelation when he told us once, when my Marty and I were kids, that if he ever uh, came back to life again, he'd like to be Willie Mays. And we pointed out that Willie Mays is a black man. And my dad was not prejudiced, but he had the opinions of the age, and probably didn't think blacks were equal. But it was an important thing for him to realize that black people can be just as great as white people in our lives.
hey Neil, I don't want you to think I'm being rude. I'm getting
No,
a lot
no,
of
sorry.
no, no, no. Getting a lot of texts from
Sure.
people, so I'm allowing them know that the room is open.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
I don't want you to leave. I'm just telling you.
No,
Don't
no
think I'm not
problem.
listening to you. I'm looking at the phone because people are
Yeah.
sending me this stuff. As look, he was not well. Just and no
Oh,
time, no time is a good time. But I mean, they were getting this whole classic ready, for Birmingham and him, for the big the Negro League game
hmm.
at Rickwood Field, to honor the Negro League. So I know that
Did he
I
attend that?
I'm sorry.
Did he attend that?
No,
Okay.
the game is Thursday night.
I see.
And
Okay.
he
Thanks.
sent out a press release that he wouldn't be making the trip.
Got it.
So who else is here? Is somebody here? Oh, Sheldon is here. Okay, hold on. I don't know if anybody's gonna. I would think people would show up. So
Yeah, it's a good idea. I immediately felt like talking about it.
me too. And I just figured. I figured people would want to share their thoughts and stuff. So
I remembered the last time, the time that they traded him to the Mets, and that was devastating as well. Not quite as devastating as his passing away, of
no,
course.
I was at that game actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
My father got tickets and we went to the game. And I always said that was the only time it was okay for the Giants to lose because I'm actually wearing this hat because he always was seen with the G on.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's why I chose this hat.
yeah. I've got my New York Giants hat here someplace. Excuse me.
I don't, just this is, devastating to the franchise. I mean, nobody lives forever, but he really, you know. Hey, Steve, how are you?
Hey, Gary, good to see everybody. It's a sad day, but a great day as well. A day for us to recognize how great Willie was.
Absolutely.
Well said.
I thought it'd be a nice thing to open up the room. People might want to share their feelings and thoughts about the greatest player ever. You know, I was just out in San Francisco, and the way they honor him all the time is now it's gonna they're gonna have to honor him even more. And unfortunately, though, he won't be around to share in all the celebrations of his life. So just I was watching the game, and we have a Zoom tomorrow night with a gentleman who's going to be talking about Rickwood Field, and maybe I'll have to speak to him.
What a journey! What a journey Mays. I was going to say, what a journey Mays took.
Oh yeah.
From Rickwood Field, from Birmingham, Alabama. You know, where he was born, it was the deep Jim Crow 1930s South, man. It was a long, long way.
It was dangerous.
From New York or San Francisco, or you know, a statue in front of the stadium in San Francisco. He came a long way in his lifetime.
I have friends, acquaintances who played minor league ball for the Giants, AAA, in the '60s, and he was Latino, and he described how bad the South was in the '60s because he played in the Southern League there, and it was you stepped out of line, you could get arrested or even killed.
Yeah. And the cops and the judges, you know, they're all in on it. There's no justice. Forget about it.
Steve, are you here, Steve Rothschild? See, there's like 3 more participants, but I don't see them here. But you guys got on, so it has to be working.
Yeah.
Hi, Gary. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Carmine, where are you?
I am home. I am home. I just got the news. I got the news watching the ball game.
Yeah.
And I don't usually do Zoom. You know, I always get you guys on YouTube the next day, but I had a call in tonight.
Why don't you put your screen on?
I don't do you. This is why I don't do it, because I don't know how to do it.
There's a picture of a video camera on the bottom with a line through it.
Okay. It says start video. Yeah, I got that.
That's it. There you go.
There we go. All right. Okay, here I am.
Nice to see you. Hey, Steve. Sorry, man.
Nice to see you, and thank you for putting this on the Zoom. It's just, it is sad. It is very sad. I was glad.
He's the last player from 1951. Erskine was with him, and now they're both. I guess Mays is waiting for the curveball right now.
Well, that's it. I first met him in 1951. I was 10 years old at the time. And I got over to the Polo Grounds. I grew up near Yankee Stadium, and Mickey Mantle wouldn't even shake my hand. And I said, I have to go across the Harlem River. There's another ball player over there, and he was the kindest, nicest kid to a 10-year-old.
He was a kid. He was 19, 20, right? When that time, the kid. Wow. Listen, Gary came to all 3 of those presentations and all that other stuff. Obviously, something was up when you know, you were told that he was basically in bed most of the day and sleeping. Hopefully how come my picture's not up here, Gary?
Yeah, it is. I see you.
Usually I can see everybody. I only see 4 people plus, you know, whatever. All right, doesn't matter.
Go, Steve, go to where it says view on top.
I just heard from the
It
ball
says
game.
view. No, I don't.
It says sign in and view.
No.
I just saw on the Met game that the Rickwood game is going to be such a treasure now. There was supposed, you know, the Mets are playing there this weekend or whenever.
The Giants are playing there.
The Giants are playing. The Giants are playing St. Louis, right? I should get my facts straight.
Yeah,
that's going to be some tribute. Oh God. Well, it'll be tributes all over. He's the greatest ball player ever lived, as far as we're concerned.
Hey, Rothy, I got to tell you. You were the first guy I thought of.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, My whole family's been calling me. I mean, look, he's not family, but these guys that we all grew up, at least I certainly did grow up, worshiping him. I mean, I don't know how many signed things I have from him and photos. It was in his apartment and all that other nonsense. Oh God, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is calling me now.
You've got a lot of friends.
Yes, I do. Hey, yeah, I'm on a Zoom with all my Giant fans. I'll call you later, all right?
I was watching the game, and then I don't know, I went to see the Scarty Yankee game, and I saw a picture of him, and it's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. This is iconic. I mean, this is, my old internist just sent me an email. Oh, God. And this is Jamie Rupert now. You must have got it too, Gary, right?
I went to set up the room.
No, you're on here. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Not important.
No, you're talking. So I went to set up the room, so I didn't answer a lot of the texts because I thought people would want to talk about it. So that's what I did.
Very nice of you to put this together. There's not a lot of people though, right? Unless I'm crazy. I only see
I just sent out that.
Yeah, you just sent it out to people.
Guys, unfortunately, I have to go. Gary, and thanks for organizing this. My brother and I will be talking about it for a while, and I'll see you on Thursday night.
Actually, Neil, it's tomorrow night.
It's tomorrow. Yes, I got it in my calendar.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, everybody.
I guess we should carry on with that because it'll just be a little different from what we were thinking we would be talking about. So. Steve Treader, I don't know if you know Carmine. Carmine is famous for carrying that sign that said, "Stay team, stay."
Oh, that's Carmine. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Well,
Yes.
you're
1959. Right? Just sad day, but we were on the field. And I still have a chair that I took out of the stadium that day. If you look at that picture underneath the staircase there where they run up, there's a little chair that I think the security guys used to sit on. And somehow I got it, and I don't know how I got it back to the Bronx, but I got it home and it's in my garage now.
Carmine, where are you? You're in Westchester, right?
I live in New Rochelle now. Yeah.
New Rochelle, okay. My daughter lives in Bedford, not too far from you.
Okay, yeah.
Wow. Well, how's your book doing, Steve?
doing very well. I'm glad to say, and I'm actually starting to work on the next book. So
What's the next one?
the next one is going to be a history of the Giants and the A's in the Bay Area, and how the fundamental changes in the Bay Area in the last 50 years have affected the franchises.
Nice. That's a nice topic.
Yeah.
Nice topic. Wow. Boy, this is really, I mean, something must have been up, but nobody really. Steve, are you in the Bay Area? You're in the Bay Area, right?
I lived in the Bay Area all my life until last year. Now I'm in Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, you're a neighbor. I'm in Surprise, Arizona.
Well, surprise. Yeah, you're just a couple hours up the road.
Yeah, we were actually coming down this week. We go to that Casino del Sol.
Yeah.
There you go.
Am I on now? Huh?
Yeah.
Why is my picture shown?
Hey, I can't. Thank you. I can't talk. I'm on a Zoom call with all my Giant.
Yes, I do.
I'll catch it. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Well, there we go.
And then if you wanted them to hear.
No, they can hear me now, though, right?
No.
Hey Jeff, how are you?
Oh, there's Mr. Rhodes.
Mr. Weber, how are you?
Hey, how you doing there, Gary?
Good. Like I told everybody else, I just opened the room in case anybody wants to share, commiserate, or whatever it is you need to.
I will tell you this. Anybody who, it's not funny. I mean, the house he's been in since 1969. I don't know how many of you know that.
Yeah.
In Atherton, his real estate taxes, Gary, are under $9,000. I guess that's California rules.
Proposition 13, yes.
So whoever buys that, I mean, the place is worth about $7 million. That one, the one in Scottsdale, I have no idea. Steve, you ever been
Whoever
to the one?
buys it is liable for the modern day tax rate, so yeah. Unless
Have
he's
you ever
able to
seen the
keep
one in
family.
Scottsdale? Steve, have you seen the one in Scottsdale?
I've been by, but I haven't seen
Yeah.
it up close.
That's another beautiful community. And I think he's got a condo in the Palm Springs area, Gary, because when he came to our Cactus League luncheon in 2017, they stopped overnight at, I guess, was his condo in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
So who's he got? He's got his son. That's
Yeah,
basically
if his
it.
son,
Right?
if his son gets the house and lives there, then he pays the same tax rate.
Yeah, exactly. If he keeps it in a direct inheritance in the family, it stays on the old, still grandfather.
All the old reliable guys are coming in. Yeah.
Hey, Norm, I know you don't think you're the coolest guy, so I know those shades are on for a reason. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had to go to my specialist today, but it was just dilated. I didn't get the shot today, so I'm fine.
Oh, good. I'm glad. And if anybody else needs glasses tonight, it'll probably be Renee. Hey, Renee. Trying to make you laugh wherever you are. Not working.
He's not going to
No.
laugh.
Sorry, Renee. I
Sorry
know
to us.
what he meant to you.
Sorry to us all.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe, I mean, wow.
Just quick was the best, it was the best thing. Nobody wanted it. Certainly not this week with that game on Thursday. And
Yeah, but in a way, it's fitting that game's this week, It's kind
could
of
be, yeah. They're gonna do
circle.
something. They'll show
Of the
highlights.
thing.
I mean, I'm watching the minor league game, and there's a huge tribute for this guy. An area building 24. I mean, man, this is tough stuff. Really tough.
Yeah, it is. It is because he was, like I said, the last one from that era. There's no. Yeah. Anyway, oh God. All of a sudden, to get an email. I wouldn't have thought of it.
This is the beauty of being able to have this group like this and having the ability to put.
As opposed to conference calls, because we can see each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And, God, well.
It's weird. On Prime, the game I'm watching, I can't get the Giant feed. When I hit the Giant feed, it shows Seattle and something else for some wacko reason. So I'm watching the Cub feed, and then like I said, I switched over to see the score of the Yankee game, and I saw his picture up there. I was like, what? So
Another one of these games, it's just, God, it's every night, it's the same thing. You have no names of a team of absolutely no names. This is what you get every freaking night. Even when you're ahead 13-1, you end up winning 13-6 because the clown decides to break the water cooler when he leaves the field. What disgusting. Is it Webb still pitching at least? Yeah. All right. I don't know. Whatever. It's, in grand scheme of things, I don't know. So Norm, now, I know it's not a good question to ask, but who is now the greatest living baseball player?
It's still Willie Mays.
Thank you. I was thinking the same thing. Thank you, Norm. Thank you.
All right.
That's not going to stop. That's never going to stop.
Now,
Never.
don't you think they should retire his number in all of baseball now?
Yes,
That was my next
so.
question. I don't know if I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You can't even get the home team to name the stadium after him like they did Ricky Henderson. Why would all the people retire that number?
I was pulling for years for Roberto Clemente's number to be retired. So,
yeah.
Mrs. Mays, we don't see you.
I don't look so terrific. But I'm here and I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can't believe it.
Uh,
I texted you, Gary. What happened?
He's been sick. He's been basically bedridden for months and months since his hip surgery, I know.
Yesterday he sent a very nice message about not being able to go in person to the
Ringwood, yeah.
game.
But you also don't know when exactly that could have been written.
You know what?
There's no way he was coming for a long time.
Oh,
I don't want to put a negative thing on that, obviously, but we're not even sure whether or not he wrote that or his son did or Renee. I mean, I understand where we're going with it. Hopefully he did, make the statements. Renee, if I mentioned this before, Renee, you could stop me. In 1999 at the Hall of Fame induction, when Cepeda was inducted, there was a first time I ever saw a group of Latinos at the induction with huge signs, number 21.
Yes.
Parading around to retire 21.
Yep.
And there was no Cepeda memorabilia at all, except one shirt that this group was selling. Oh God, forget it. I can't deal with him now. Gary, come on.
I'm gonna go and watch the Mets game. They keep on having pictures of Willie with the catch and with, they keep on.
And so they should.
pictures with
And so they
him.
should. I'm glad he was around to know about his number being retired on the East Coast, that we haven't forgotten him.
Right.
I'm really happy about that. Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Keith Hernandez was crying.
Mr. Williams, how are you there, sir?
Yeah, he was a big fan of Willie, as I understand.
Oh, he
Yes,
was
he was.
crying.
Renee.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one group of Latinos, the guy owned a kind of a sporting goods store in the South Bronx, and they were selling shirts. Orlando in the Hall, July 25th. They left off the year. Okay. So I ended up going to that store and buying a couple of shirts and spoke to the guy. And what's up? One of them was an assemblyman. He actually did an assembly. A congressman did an assembly at my school, but unfortunately it never happened. And I think if they did it to Mays right now, they would have to do it to Clemente too.
Well,
but who am I to say? It's too early. It's too early.
It's too early, but you know what? If they do it for Mays, I'll be psyched. But yeah, you're right. They got to do it for Clemente. But it would be great for Mays. Oh my God, East Coast, West Coast, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, Jamie, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Hi,
Gary,
guys.
I just want to congratulate you, Gary. You, in addition to all your titles, you're now a bereavement facilitator for a great group of guys.
Who's saying that, by the way?
It's Carmine.
Oh, Carmine. Your screen's a little dark. I couldn't see.
I told you I'm not I'm never.
Can you give me that title again? What's that title again?
You're a bereavement facilitator.
Well, I hope I don't have to do this again. So.
No, well, I do it for my parish, actually, believe it or not. I use my counseling skills, and that's when you talk about there'll be trigger moments because you're so important in our lives, and I'm sure everybody got a great moment that they remember Willie and
moments
forever. Speaking of living in California, he also lived in New Rochelle. I remember.
You remember the name of the street?
Trina Drive.
Trina Drive.
Exactly. How do you know that?
You know what? I meet a guy for breakfast. He played basketball for Bridgeport, and he taught at Eastchester High School, which is not far from.
Sure.
And he knew that Mays lived on Trina Drive, and Mays was doing a signing here, a Valentine's Day thing, and my friend's wife bought him for Valentine's Day the Mays signature. So they went to get it signed, and the guy, there wasn't a lot of people there. Maybe there was 150, whatever. And he gets to Mays. Mays is signing it, and he says, "You still have your house on Trenner Drive?" And it called Mays. How many people in that?
We were kids. We used to drive up there, drive around, and we saw his little pink Cadillac out there. Unreal. Gary, I'm going to get off now, but thank you for. Gary, I'm going to get off now. Thank you for talk a little.
Well, it's something that had to be done. So don't worry about it. Do what you got to do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gary, give yourself
We'll meet
some
tomorrow
credit.
night, right? Tomorrow night, right?
That
Yeah, the
fundraiser.
meeting will go tomorrow. But, if people want to talk, they I'm staying in here for a while. So
That fundraiser you did, we all got thank yous from him with the legend cards. That's huge. Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks to you, Gary Mintz. Thanks to you, Gary Mintz. And Jim Weber came through with the last bit of money. Right, Jim? Right, Jim?
We tried.
You did. You made it that number. You got to that
It was
number.
only because of your help and Gary's help.
Somebody has something on here. Somebody has something on. I don't know why.
Got an echo. Yeah.
Got an echo.
Oh, boy.
Let me just,
We
hold
all
on.
loved him.
Even if you didn't like him, he, you know, he was above the game. They said
Norm,
no
I
one-
assume you're going to be heading to the stadium tomorrow?
I'm not sure what I am doing, but my friend David said I should watch Field of Dreams tonight because the Ghost team will have a new player and Heaven's team is vastly improved tonight.
Well
I
said.
I could imagine the amount of flowers by the statue tomorrow is going to be. And also in Birmingham, you know, he's got a statue there. Forgot the name of the field, starts with an R, I think.
Rickwood.
No, not Rickwood. No,
No,
not
it's the minor league park
Yeah.
they play in now.
Yeah, it's not Rickwood.
I'll be there tomorrow to drop off flowers.
There's a statue of him making a catch, you know, leaping up. It's a minor league park in Birmingham also.
Gary, what happened to our friend from Sabre, the Minnesota guy?
Stu Thornley?
Yes.
What do you mean what happened to him?
I haven't seen him in weeks, right? Unless I missed him
No.
on.
He was on.
He was? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss tomorrow night, unfortunately. I'm shooting blowing the whistle, neighboring town, but I'll watch the tape. This was a really nice idea.
Yeah,
To
thanks.
see all the comrades, everybody's in the same boat here. The minds
First
of thinking.
class.
Yeah.
When when Bob Costas interviewed Willie Mays, I went to the studio. I was working at baseball, and it was great. So Mays was there for 90 minutes talking to Costas.
Hey, Dale.
Yes.
If you've never seen the Warner Wolf interview with Mays, Mantle, and Snyder, that's a classic too.
Oh,
Not as
wow.
long.
Make the most out of summer with great deals plus no payments for 90 days. For right now during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, well-qualified Credit series of competitive vehicles can lease
If somebody could turn that stuff off.
for $339 a month.
I don't see anything yellow lit, so I can't do it myself.
You're wearing Mays' hat. That's the hat he wore.
That's exactly why I'm wearing it.
Mays told a great story to Costas. He said it was game one of the 62 World Series, Giants Yankees, and he struck out in the first inning. He said Whitey Ford threw him a pitch that just dropped incredibly. He turned to Elson Howard and said, "What was that pitch?" And he said, "I put some mud on the ball." And he sees Mickey Mantle clapping in center field, and he Willie Mays.
Stone paid him.
What's that?
Stone paid him money.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yep. So
it was a golf bet.
Exactly.
Hey, Steve, you should show Renee your new shirt since you won't be here tomorrow.
Oh, Renee's probably seen it. But let's see.
I don't know if he's seen it.
No, I don't think I have.
Norm has seen it.
You know, I remember when I worked at HBO, we were doing HBO Sports was doing a special, and Willie Mays was part of that special. And a friend of mine was the editor for the promo spot. So he said, "For you, I'm going to do something for you on that promo spot." I said, "What do you mean? Don't worry about it. Just I'll call you when it's done." A couple of weeks later, he gets approval from the director, and they're gonna air it tonight. So I go up there. He calls me up. He goes, "Here it is." And when Costas announces Mays, he gets up and he doffs his cap. Lost it. Because I've never forgotten that when he was with the Mets, when he was with the Giants, the World Series. And I said, "Thank you." And
Here's the front.
Wow.
That's the front. That doesn't do anything. It's the back.
Oh man.
I was going to get one of those shirts at the ballpark the other day, and I didn't.
Oh man.
Thank you, Gary, for doing that. I know you wanted to get into the jacuzzi at that time, but you went.
So the issue of the background noise is that some people are here on the telephone, and I can't see who that is. Whoever Bruce is, if you could just mute yourself. I don't know what Bruce it is.
Center field his last time up. He's 1 for 2.
He's got the ball game on. Turn down the TV.
And 8 hits. We're in the 6th.
All right. That's the last thing we want to hear now.
Bruce Slutsky, if that's you, Bruce Slutsky, turn the volume off the radio, please.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Thank you, Bruce.
Where's I don't want to ask for them now.
So Renee, that the picture of Mays on Steve's shirt is the window they have at the pop-up museum across from the ballpark.
Oh, okay.
Now that's only open on game days, Norm? Is that what
I
it is?
believe so, yes.
Okay.
Wow.
And that was,
and it doesn't seem like it's open on the weekends because we went over on a Sunday and it wasn't open.
and you just walk in. It's a free. I mean,
Just
it's a
walk
free.
in, it's free, yeah.
Wow. That's
That
a
was
really
some kind
nice-
of a supply house or something, wasn't it? Some kind of hardware or something before.
Yeah, but it's just a small, it's a small room in this big building.
I have to do this thing for the client now. I didn't do it remote. Well, I'll be traveling and I have work too. Just do it remote. Fine. No, but I really need to get it for my Thursday. She asked for it yesterday.
Yeah, I apologize to everybody here who I see. I can't help people who are on the phone. There's no way for me to say who they are. Some of them are just coming up phone numbers.
You could mute everybody and we could practice lip reading.
Sign language.
You do that.
Hey guys, I just want to thank you for all you do and all you've done, not only for the New York Giants, but for the Giants. I think you really brought the soul to them. And I know Willie is such a part of everybody's soul here. So we'll keep Willie alive in our hearts and our memories and our words, but I just can't thank you enough again, as Giants family, for being such amazing family members. I'm honored to know each and every one of you. And I'm sorry I looked this way. I'm in South Africa and was in bed. So, but thank you for letting me know that
More
Willie
people should look like you look tonight.
What time is it there in South Africa?
It's 3:40 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Oh my boy.
So you're just getting back from a night of partying, or?
I'm telling you, right. See me out and about?
Yeah.
Jet lag. So anyway, but thank
So
you, Gary.
what is going on in San Francisco, Norm? Are all the news stations talking about this, or what's
Oh,
going on?
I don't know. I had the game on. I heard John Miller say it. And then all of a sudden I got a bunch of texts and emails. I had to call some people. And so I haven't really been paying attention to the media right now.
I was watching the Orioles Yankee game on, and they now just change of pace from the Giants. And they announced it after like Kevin Costner in the booth for a couple hours or a couple innings.
Yeah, well, I was watching the Met game and I was flipping to the minor league game up at Rickwood, and they both made the announcement. I was floored. And the Mets and the MLB game is still doing special on Willie Mays.
Where?
But I'll go by the stadium tomorrow and drop off some flowers.
Is that near the dermatologist?
Well, let's see that picture now. Who's left? Well, Marichal is left and Cepeda, right? That's it.
Yeah.
Covey, Perry, and Mays gone. Marichal, Cepeda. Wow.
We almost lost Cepeda a few months ago.
Yes.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
Oh,
Good shape.
What happened?
Marichal looked great though. Marichal still looks really good.
Marichal never changes. His hair still gets grayer and whiter, but never changes.
Let me see something here.
I thought we wanted to like go through things.
We do, but I can't have them in the middle.
I know, but even the shoes I just put back.
I know, but we will go through them, but right, not tonight.
You know, one box is
Nailed it. Got it.
You are the man. Always.
The man,
Always.
the myth, the legend.
I have to go to like the iPhone listing and then just mute whoever's I don't know who they are.
Wow.
Sorry for that. Hopefully,
I have another May story. I have a friend of mine, good friend of mine, guy who we were friends in high school together, and he lived, like, this was years ago, and he lived in Atherton, and when he was living with his parents, and this was like when we were in college and whatever, and I would go down and visit him, and my friend Nick would always be perpetually late to come pick me up, usually about half an hour, and the train station which stopped in Atherton was right around the block from Willie Mays' house. So I would go because I knew my friend Nick would be late, and I knew, I'm not going to, wait for him at the train station. So I'd walk down just to look at Willie Mays' house, and he had a big gate. And a couple times the gate was open, but I did not go in. I did not intrude. And he had a big stone M in his driveway. And I just remember a couple times looking in, and they were setting up for some party, and I'm just thinking, damn, Willie Mays lives there. And then I would walk back, and eventually my friend would show up.
And your friend is always late.
My friend is always late, and then after he got married, he's never been late since, which I find an amazing. I don't know how to describe it. I'm glad his wife keeps him on time.
Yeah, I got it, Steve. What you said it before is right about the donations we made to get those personal things.
Yeah, timing is everything. I said I was at Jim Weber's house, and you called me for some reason. How much money does he need? $67. I'll tell him I'll send it to him. And he did. Well, 7 innings done, 2-2. Fasten your seatbelts.
I fell asleep during last night's game, and I thought they had lost. I woke up this morning and found out, oh shit, they won. How the hell did that
Miracle.
happen?
A miracle. Well, we have the Hall of Famers coming up in the next inning. Slater, Florida.
But I was there for Sunday's game. I think Norm was there too. I didn't see him, but I don't know why they're bringing Duvall in with a 10-run lead in the 9th inning. I'm like, that's just a mistake.
You know what?
He's a major. It's not a mistake, Charles.
No, it's not. That's not a mistake. He hadn't had any work.
You gotta pitch. It's not like
I know.
You gotta get guys out.
Yeah, but to me, he's a closer. He's not the guy you bring in with a 10-run lead in the 9th inning.
You know what?
Right, but you also you don't want to wear.
I realize you got to get him some work, but I mean,
And the rest of your bullpen's getting worn out, Charles. I mean, you got, sometimes the closer has to eat an inning for the rest of the team.
I know.
And do it with a good attitude, not the attitude he had.
Come in anyway, but we got through the game. I was happy with that.
Yeah, can work on his control.
And I got Kevin Pillar's autograph, so I was doubly happy.
You got Pillar. That's very good.
So working my way through my projects. So, and then in a month or a little less than a month, I'll get Javi Lopez.
How many more do you need for your Willie Mac?
All different.
7 now.
By the way, this is not a me leading this meeting. Whoever wants to say something, just don't interfere with whoever else is talking. That's all. I'm not picking anybody. You guys can talk. Just say what you want. Just don't step on each other's toes.
Well, Gary, I wanted to say something that many people have already said, and that is, I'm very appreciative that you did this. I personally, I know everyone, I need this to be with you guys right now. That's all there is to it.
That's how I absolutely agree. I thought a lot of you might feel that way. So to me, as soon as I saw it, I was watching the game. And I was like, screw the game right now. This is more important to be with friends and our brethren, so to speak. So
that's what it's become. You're right.
This is not just having it's not having a weekly meeting. A lot of us have become close friends.
Right. You know what's also touching tonight? I've gotten 4 calls from friends and family who have called me because they know how much I cared for Willie Mays.
I got the same thing too. Yeah.
And it's hard. It's really hard.
Sorry, Paul.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
it just came all of, I mean, I don't think anybody, nobody was privy to what was going on, so.
Right. Yep.
I spoke to his agent
Renee.
this morning.
Today?
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
wow. Oh gee.
Maybe it was yesterday. I wrote, I hope you are surviving the onslaught, meaning the Rickwood stuff. I sent her some pictures of me and my girls. That's all. Father's Day stuff.
Yeah, I just heard this news. I'm new to this group, but no, and I'm a Mets fan, but I also lived in San Francisco for several years, became a Giants fan too. And Willie Mays has always been my favorite player. And I was thinking about how I was so glad the Mets retired Mays number 24 2 years ago. It was long overdue. I was so glad Mays finished his career with the Mets. I remember that the first weekend after the trade was a Mets Giants game. I think Sam McDowell pitched for the Giants, and Mays hit a game-winning home run.
Right.
One of his first games as a Met.
That was not one of his first. That was the first game.
Oh, okay. And he batted leadoff too, I remember.
Yes.
Anyway, I mean, Mays, I mean, he's still my favorite player all time. And I was very sad. And thank you so much, Gary, for having this meeting.
You are so welcome, Jeff. And please visit us more often, okay?
Yes.
And Norm, everybody's concerned about jersey sales at Oracle Park. Well, you know what's going to be the jersey now.
They're going to go up, and there's going to be some kind of a new T-shirt.
And it's not going to be Nick Ahmed. It's going to be a lot of 24s being done.
well, it might be your guy, Michael Conforto, who just grounded out pinch hitting for your other guy, Slater.
It's as they said earlier in the year, Michael Conforto and the San Francisco Giants.
Is Mr. Rhodes still on? Or did he leave?
I don't see Jeff.
Norm, you might know the answer. You probably know the answer to this. Dusty Rhodes in 1954, right? He pinch hit a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Do you know who he pinch hit for?
Do you know who he pinch hit for in the World Series or in
Rhodes, when he pinch hit in the World Series. Who did he pinch hit for? I think each time.
Was it Irvin?
Very good, Monty Irvin. Imagine that.
Wow. Yeah.
Harvey, you okay, Harvey?
Hitting for Austin Slater.
Hey, Gary.
You okay?
Yep.
Okay, good. Sorry about everything. I know what he meant to you.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of text messages. Brian just called me. Guys from my college days who understood.
Even the ones.
Well, Willie, I it took me a while to get on. I was on another Zoom meeting tonight, and I had to jump through hoops to get on this, which is good. These are good hoops to get onto. I don't know if you guys discussed it. Willie had a great comment just this past weekend when he was talking about the 10 hits he got added to his record. And he said something like, "It's pretty good. A 93-year-old guy just got 10 more hits."
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, that was great.
Gary, someone just forwarded me the New York Times obituary. I'll forward it to you later.
Sounds great.
I got a subscription. I'll send it out.
I'm looking for. I really want to read the one by Shea.
10 hits at the age of 93. That's probably a record.
Yeah, that's it.
Sure is.
Well, that's a great sense of humor he always had. John Miller told I was listening. I assume you guys were listening to the game. John Miller was on TV. He had a great story about how Willie would always ask to see the bat of the hitter he was talking to. So Kevin Mitchell, what was it, 89 that Mitch won the MVP? Was 1989?
Yeah, that was 89.
So before that season, Willie goes to Kevin, I want to see your bat. Let me see your bat. So he takes the bat and he said, this is not for you. You need a heavier bat. You're a strong guy and you should swing a heavier bat. And he explains why. If he has the heavier bat, the ball's going to go farther. So Mitch says, well, if Willie Mays tells me I need a heavier bat, I need a heavier bat. And Mitchell went out and won the MVP.
The other Kevin Mitchell, Willie Mays story I heard was that Mays had coached Kevin Mitchell on playing the outfield. And after Mitchell made the one-handed catch, I think it was St. Louis or San Diego, I can't remember which. And he reaches back, makes a one-handed catch, and Mays is like, I never taught him how to do that.
Now, I'll say this again. There's your guy, Steve. Nope, almost out of there. I am not the ringleader of this meeting. I just opened the door. Anybody could say whatever they want. Just don't step on each other's feet.
It's kind of ironic that in 2 days they're going to play a game at Rickwood Field.
Yeah.
I assume and I hope that Fox is doing the game. They dedicate the whole thing and they have videos and everything, you know, to Willie.
Okay. You see this hat?
Yep.
This hat is from 1961. I wore this hat when I was 10 years old, and I parked myself outside Willie's apartment in San Francisco while his house was being built on the other side of the city. So I ring the doorbell on a Friday evening. His wife answers the doorbell upstairs and yells, Willie's not here. Come on back tomorrow and get an autograph if that's what you want. She slams the door. The next morning, Bobby and I went over to Willie's house again because Bobby was spending the night at my house. And Willie comes out. Willie, how about an autograph? Okay. As he's walking into his emerald green convertible. No one had a convertible in San Francisco. Trust me. We're walking towards the car. Willie, hey, we got tickets to the game today. How about taking us to the game today? Hop in. We hop in the car. Off we go to Candlestick. 2 blocks later, I go. A little bit of chutzpah. Willie, oh my gosh. Our tickets. We left our tickets at Bobby's house. Where's Bobby live? Bobby lives 3 blocks the other way. Okay. Willie drives to Bobby's house. We run out of the car. We get the tickets. We come back in the car and off we go. Until 3 blocks later, I go, oh my gosh, Willie, I forgot. My mom is making a bag lunch for Bobby and me. And it's at my house. Where do you live? Well, I live 4 blocks that way. Oh, okay. So Willie pulls up to our house. I run in the house. Mom, Willie Mays is outside. He's taking us to the ball game. Bye. I grab the lunch and I see my mother in the picture window looking out and going, what is that Jewish white guy getting into this green Cadillac? Who's he with? And off we go. Fast forward, we go to the parking lot. Willie says, meet me here after the game. I'll take you guys home. So that's just the beginning. Because my aunt had season tickets behind the dugout, second row. I strut up there, and my brother, who's 13, and his friend, they're there, and they're watching batting practice, and it's 11 o'clock, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, as a 10-year-old, you'll never guess who took us to the ball game today. Who?
Willie Mays took us to the game today. You're full of crap. Well, I'll tell you what. He told us he'd take us home. Maybe he'll take you guys home. I'll prove it to you. Let's go to the players' entrance after the game. So we go to the players' entrance. It's mobbed. Willie sees me and Bobby. He says, get in the front seat. So I say to my brother, because I'm such a big shot, you guys get in the back seat. He won't even know you're there. Lay low. We pull out of the parking lot. Willie turns around and goes, who the hell's this? Willie, these are my brothers. You don't mind taking them home, do you? He's cornered. So he takes us home. 2 weeks later, a buddy of mine, his name is Whitey because he's got blonde hair. He doesn't believe the story. We had tickets to the game. I tell Whitey, I'll tell you what, Whitey, why don't we go up to Willie's house and I'll prove to you I know where Willie lives and maybe he'll take us to the game. We park ourselves in front of Willie's house. Willie opens the door, takes one look at me, says, get in the car. And off we go. Twice I get a ride to the ball game with Willie Mays, and I'm a 10-year-old and I'm grieving like hell right now.
I've heard that story a couple times, and I still love that story.
I asked Gary to circulate my essay that I tried to get into Sports Illustrated and also the New Yorker, and Roger Angel wrote me back, so that'll be circulated too. He wrote a great.
I just love that story.
He wrote a great response back to me, and I'm a lucky guy, but I always dreaded this day, man. Always. Because it hit me at 10 years old, right at that apex when it means something to have a hero. And Willie Mays was not just the hero, but he played sport for sport. Fuck the money. He played it for the sport. And he was the best example of sport.
Yeah, Howard and John, just talk. I'm not, no need to raise hands tonight. Just talk and don't interfere with each other.
All right. Well, I think John had his hand up first, so I'll yield to him first.
Oh, well, hi, everyone. I'm from Canada, and I must say, I know, nice to meet you all under these unfortunate circumstances, but I must say the way how I knew this group was, so growing up, I grew up, I grew up a Blue Jay fan, and
One second.
Sorry, the San Francisco Giants, I always thought were the San Francisco Giants. What happened, and then I would see Willie Mays as an older player. I didn't see Willie Mays play in his in his heyday, and he was, Barry Bonds would always be with him and whatnot. But what brought me to this group was this is going to be a little bit of a convoluted story, and I apologize. So Bill O'Reilly, who the longtime host of the Fox News, the famous Fox News show, once spoke in an interview where he said, I think it was at Citi Field, where he said, "Oh, when I was a kid, my dad took me to a Giants game, and Willie Mays was my idol, and I was heartbroken when they moved from New York to San Francisco." Now, I did not know the San Francisco Giants used to be in New York, and through a long convoluted way, I always wanted a Willie Mays card, and that's what kind of brought me to this group. And I just happened to just do a lot of research on my own time, and I kind of ended up in this group. But here I am for the first time listening to this live, so I just thought I'll just say my piece here.
Hey, John, I'm sorry you couldn't come at a better time. You know what I'm saying?
It's unfortunate, but it's finally I was able to make it. But yeah, unfortunate for sure.
Gary, I want to thank you for referring me to Renee Anderson, Willie's assistant, because I was able to get the print version, which showed up in the Bayview newspaper. I was able to get that to her, and she was able to get it to Willie, and he liked it. So I want to thank you for that, because if it hadn't been for you, I could not have gotten that article to Willie. Another thing I'm curious about, Will, as I understand, I'm a little biased here. My name is Howard, so I'm a little biased. As I understand, Willie's first place was on Howard Street.
In San Francisco?
Yeah.
No, it was on Spruce Street.
Oh,
He was
Richmond.
his middle name is Howard.
I know that, but as I understood it, I thought all these years that he was on Howard Street, and I was wondering if it was the current
moved-
Howard Street or what
he
is now
moved from-
South Van Ness.
He was building a house on Monterey, which was across the park from where I lived. I was more in the Richmond district, and he was building this house, and he was basically on, I guess, some wanted to redline him.
Yeah.
And then after that, he moved to Atherton.
Yeah, well, he had that that issue. Mayor Christopher said, that he could stay with him, with the mayor.
No question about it. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My dog wanted to be part of this discussion. And with that, I got this sneaking feeling that I'm one of the older guys on this Zoom tonight, Gary. Is that right?
What are you talking about? You're a youngster.
Yeah. In a couple of weeks, on July 10th, I will commemorate the anniversary of my first game, July 10th, 70 years ago in 1954. I saw Willie play here in New York in a New York Giants uniform. I've told this story. I'm not going to tell it again because I just don't feel like hearing my voice. But I was 8. Willie was 23. He made a great catch. And in a disputed play, Norm will explain to me why I was right. We were seated in the lower right field stands, and I had a wonderful view of Willie, and he was on third base, and the fans were screaming, "Steal home, Willie, steal home." And Willie stole home. My dad was keeping score, and he scored it as a stolen base. But the official scorecard, or the official transcript of the game, scored it E1. Willie stole home. When they revise those statistics, I'll give him another steal. So he'll be a perennial 93-year-old guy with another steal of home. I heard Bob Costas talking about and he grew up a Yankees fan, but his father took him to the Polo Grounds to see Willie Mays, and it's a dramatic moment when his father just says, "You see that guy in center field? That's Willie Mays." Didn't say anything else. My father didn't even do that, and I'm not criticizing my father. He was a man of few words at times. But he took us to the game, me and my brother, and we sat, and I viewed Willie Mays myself. And I just knew from that moment that this guy was something special. And he was.
Harvey,
I got a text from one of our members, Craig Harris, who was at the game tonight at Wrigley Field. And he said when they announced that he passed, the crowd rose and gave him a standing ovation.
What field? Where was he?
Wrigley Field.
Oh, Wrigley Field. Yeah.
Harvey, I got to ask. Okay, they wouldn't give Willie a stolen base, but why would the pitcher be charged with an error?
Well, Willie drove the pitcher crazy. I mean, I guess I'm 200 feet away at that time. I can't, remember right field, the Polo Grounds is close, but he's on third base, and he's creating havoc at third base. There's dust flying all over the place. He's trying to get under the pitcher's skin. Now, I'm 8 years old. I don't know anything. I'm just looking at this, so I'm imposing what little knowledge I've gained in the last 70 years. But he breaks for home. There's dirt and dust flying all over the place. Willie pops up and he scores a run. The Giants scored 7 runs that inning. The box score. So we lost that game 10-7. But that was 19